So I say 10 by 10 from last week's show. So let's go between the match. We have Dax Howard. We take on Jon Moxley. AEW Dynamite was open with Jon Moxley making his way through, so that the crowd was wild, ding, and was afraid his opponent was the ability was Dax Howard, who came out and soloed such like Moxley to keep things so far. And once the date started with a 40th lockup that ended in the most surprising way possible. It ended with Moxley kissing Dax Howard and then doing him to do something about it. And but from that point, looking forward, this was a fight with both of these men closely received the struggles and they made sure to put those skills on the full display. This was near a pretty new artisanal feel, but it was a fun brawl fight with a few entertaining spots. They had a great energy and hot crowd, and nobody at the ringside to distant from the asses. The rest of the first half was almost all strikes, but we saw a lot more, mostly after a commercial break, pistol to pistol. You could hear Session Roberts announce when 5 minutes and remind and again when it was down to 2 minutes. Dax Howard tied his best, but he ended up passing out to the sleeper to give Moxley the win when he refused to release the hold. Dax Howard went to the ring and started beating on him until Claudio Castagnoli came down to take him out. And to win that match is Jon Moxley. It it's kind of funny to think about a wrestler taking on one of their souls and cutting it away. I also think like very carefully so it looks perfect on social media with Waddle for Moxley kiss in both good and bad ways. And let's set a simplex over the top rope just on the floor. Look above both guys are going to be funny that one tomorrow. And Dax Howard turns him into a sharp shooter was moves. So next match we have Wardrobe Squash. Adam Copeland will take on Daniel Garcia. It's on the pole, travel named Barrett Brown also had the missing task of taking on Wardrobe. If we could possibly the World Daddy destroy him with I was the next match saw Daniel Garcia take on the one Adam Copeland with the winner getting the next title shot at Crescent Cave in TNT title match. It was a time to overpower his younger opponent earlier on, but Daniel Garcia quickly turned it around and made him grab to the bottom rope to get out of an angle lock. I was said a very odd superstar could make sense to the crowd getting behind Daniel Garcia and seizing to play up his heel attendance a bit spokily during the pistol assessment. I wasn't a fast job making Daniel Garcia into a bigger babyface has a match. I wasn't by having him make bigger and bigger comebacks. I wasn't the crowd was firmly behind him by the time we with the halfway point. Nick Wayne and Kiss Witch was ending up and trying to cause a no contest. This match it was finished by Christian Cage and Johnny Masick had it stiff with a some sales until Kiss Witch hit him from behind. Alan Copeland saved David Garcia from having his head smashed with a seal, but Mommy Wayne hit a low blow. Crescent Case was ended up smashing Copeland's head between the two seals before pulsing with his group. This is no contest. Between with Boydwell, I wasn't watching himself flash on the big screen and it was so funny. It wasn't most hard to tell who got a bigger pop. That is how Pablo Garcia has gotten. Daniel Garcia dancing while he was standing on Adam Copeland's knees was a good moment. Garcia dragon screw a leg whip from the middle of the rope. Great. So next match we have Assassin versus Top Flight. We got a long assessment with Simona Show, Sports Diggling, and Adam Page. It wasn't ended with a promotion to beat both of them at weight apparition. This was followed by Tony Storm newest fan. It wasn't the next match we saw Nicholas and Matthews Saxon take on Durst and Dr. Martin. Saxon were still wearing their bloody white suits. A Top Flight had a slight speed. The Super Bowl Martin brothers made sure to lose it to decline and feel advertised. And was the Bucks did a great job using a lot of classic babyface hair and tricks to get heated, but because they are the Bucks, they will still bring chill by some members of the crowd. This was discussing the fourth piece match. You will expect out of these four men. The possibly was more exciting, but this one told a better story because the Young Bucks with the babyface. I think we could be Tone Hill this time. After hitting a low blow, the Young Bucks finished off Doris with an AVP's and trigger for the win. This was but a help continue the babyface hair torn from Nick and Matt Saxons. So anyway, that match is the Young Bucks. And once they did, the Bucks and added some fake blood to their suits and some of the stings with nothing bright. It wasn't asking Anthony carrying a bottle of water cannot beat his Nick trying to wrestle with his hat on so it be as funny as it is. Wasn't a way Dawson and Joyce slipped back inches in the ring before hitting a double slingshot. Nichols' body was awesome. So, next match we have Sky Blue, which is on Rhea Nightingale. Chris Jericho to stay backstage about Starkey Hathaway and Rhea Nightingale to sit the ring for her match against Sky Blue. It wasn't Sonny Hart also sues to head to the back so little women had in advertised. Sky Blue went right after Rhea Nightingale with a running drop kick, but Nightingale cartwheel out of the corner and hit a body slam. It was supposed to Rhea Nightingale having a sophisticated size and power. Sky Blue managed to get in a quote a bit of offense. It wasn't a little longer than the match went to the last seat felt like an underdog. It wasn't just match had a handful of moments where it felt like there was from a one of both competitors, but mostly what we saw was sold. Starkey Hathaway was ending up using the referee long enough for Rhea Nightingale to kick out of the cold blue and hit a Dodger bomb for the pin. And the winner of that match is Rhea Nightingale. So speaking of backstage, the Bang Bang Sizzle Gang had a fun backstage segment with Renee Paquette. Rhea sent Sky Blue out onto the ring with a hang, pounce, and some of Sky Blue strikes looked really good, so was laying them in hard. Next match we have Owens Cassidy, which is on Matt Driven. This week, our main event was a Texas Death match between Owens Cassidy and Matt Driven. Cassidy is announced the championship as not on the line. It was a stipulation to meet this was never going to be a standard match with headlocks in Sing Wrestling, and they were throwing hands out of the gate inside the fight and the spill into the crowd and was before the after a commercial break. Matt Driven hasn't had many singles matches in AEW, so it was great to see him get a chance to sign on his own for once. He is a great talent who can be a top hair torn in a promotion. It was a result of some tables brought agents in the match, and Matt Driven was ended up putting himself through the one with a missed dive over the top rope. Is the wildest spot of the night. Once Cassidy, I found a hot, sharp box of Tic Tacs. It wasn't a dump in them into the ring, but Matt Driven was ended up shoving him onto the tacks before landing on them himself a moment later. This is one of those easy matches that was all about mostly weapons and the comedy spot the Texas crowd was loving every second time. So let me take on Twitter a minute. You guys want to see this a minute? What they had to say. So I'm gonna take it on Twitter. There was an energetic message that was all about Wesley Evans and coming spot, the Texas crowd was loving every second of it until Mike Burnett showed up, until Trent Boyer came out with a steel pipe to even to the odds. So it was a good match, I think. So let me look up here what they had to say. Okay, so we have a new match has been announced so far on Twitter. So we have Will Ospreay, we take on Tesate match. It will be on Monster Sword pay-per-view on Don Cad family members that go head to head live on pay-per-view. So I could say Will Ospreay goes one-on-one against Tesate match at Evolution on Monster Sword. It's never been announced. It wasn't in OC Music to get to the win by knockout to end the show on a high note. And the winner of that match is Owens Cassidy. AEW has started moving away from having any wrestlers. Unless it eats over to the ring, it was very noticeable this week. The way Owens Cassidy shoots the barricade with a single shot was impressive. Owens Cassidy and Matt Taven were both winning a lot from their heads in the final war. It wasn't from top to bottom. This wasn't one of the strongest episodes of Dynamite. We haven't gone back in 2024 so far. It may have even been the best to the song. Picking a match on Sunday night is difficult. It was because I was eerie about Brock and something different to set at the table. Adam Coleman and Jenny Garcia had a great match. Dax Howard and Moxley opened the show with a hell of a fight in OC, and Matt Taven closed it with a bloody showdown. Tony Storm movie was a one of her best announcements yet. In the promos from Sports Strickland, him and Adam Page in Simona Show with all fantastic. AEW has been putting on some great shows recorded, but with Aberration is the main focus right now. Let's hope the company sticks the landing with all of the views it has built up. So, have a rest of Wednesday. So, we'll make you guys update for more. So, AEW pay-per-view is coming up on March 3rd. So, this method was good. So, have a rest of Wednesday. And I'll be back here Friday for Friday Night SmackDown. And so much more. So, have a rest of Wednesday. And I'll be back Friday for Friday Night SmackDown. For more, I have to let you guys know on this coming Saturday is no AEW on inclusion this week. And AEW inclusion will be back on Friday next week on the 24th for next week. So have a rest of Wednesday. And I'll say guys, this fight for Friday Night SmackDown and so much more. So we have one, in two channels in two separate ways, and one separate ways. We have 3 games, and they get for watching right here on the BCW. But this time, Peace